Welcome to the next episode of the Big Bang Theory Rewatch podcast by Affinity Streaming. Follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, what else? YouTube. Alright, yeah, there they are. So, we are on Season 1, Episode 15 of the Big Bang Theory. In this episode, we meet Sheldon's twin sister, Missy, for the first time. And she's a pretty attractive lady, so of course Sheldon's friends decide to hit on her and do all their normal things, which turns Sheldon into, I don't care, and then, oh, this is my genetic offspring, I must have some say in what happens. So I thought it was pretty funny. Contrell, what did you think of this one?
Well, definitely one of the funniest in the last few episodes, probably the funniest in about 5 or 6 episodes. I don't know if I liked his sister. I don't know. I think I need to see more of her to know if I like her.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Why not?
It seemed like she was forgetting that she was supposed to have a Southern accent a couple times. And then it was on really heavy a couple times. But that's just me because I'm a Southerner. Okay. And I don't know. She just didn't fit like she grew up in the same household as... It just didn't fit snugly enough for me from what we know about Sheldon.
I mean, Sheldon is an exception, though. And that's, like, the point, that he's not like anyone else. So the fact that they, like, don't match up, at least from seeing some episodes of Young Sheldon, where they have Missy as the young character, it's like they are polar opposite sides of the spectrum. And I actually wanted to mention, like, I think they did a good job casting the little girl that they have play Missy, because the facial resemblance with this one was actually pretty good. I was impressed by that.
All right, if you say so. But other than her, I enjoyed Raj the most in this episode. I think this was his first win episode for me. He was great. Penny was. I still don't see why Penny hangs out with them. I just can't. I can't understand why Penny puts up with them. They're horrible. Them dudes are horrible.
Well, she's right there.
Yeah, I guess she's just because she's neighbors, and but I'm glad she rescued Missy from. I just think I need to know more about Missy. I feel like I needed to.
Well, I'm sorry, you're not going to get much more.
Yeah, I just didn't. Anyway, I needed more. I needed to like her more than I did, but overall the episode was great. Great episode.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was one of the funniest in a while. We've had a couple duds for the last few. I was actually surprised when I looked it up because the rating was like 2.8 and the last couple ones we saw it was like 3.1, 3.2. I thought this one was much better than the last few.
Yeah, this was May 5th, 2008. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was Mondays. Mondays are hard. I don't know how many people actually watch TV on Mondays now. I think that's not a good TV night. But yeah, Monday, May 5th, 2008, directed by Mark Sandrowski, who's our favorite director of the show.
Yes. So in this episode, Raj takes an experimental drug that allows him to combat his social anxiety more. And then he can actually talk in front of women. But that for me was like some of the funniest moments when he was just like speaking and then his hand just like starts doing these like repetitive things and he's just like, reacting to that. I thought it was so funny. His facial expressions, all of it, it went really well for me.
The funniest moment for me was Raj when he came back and took the flyer off the wall when he realized, I need this medicine, and he took the flyer. That was probably my loudest laugh of the episode.
That was really funny. What did she say? She was like, "What's your name?" And he like couldn't respond. So he just like waddled away and then went back and
grabbed the flyer. Yeah, that was the best.
So funny.
That was the best moment.
I also was cracking up when Leonard and Howard were like, "Let's settle this like real men." And then it just like pans into them doing like the Wii U boxing. It's like, Come
Yeah.
on.
I guess that was very I don't know their thought process of thinking like the winner would automatically have a chance. Like, did they think she was a dork like Sheldon and they had the chance? Like, I didn't understand why they thought they had a chance when they've
Yeah.
never. I guess Howard is the.
I mean, Howard would like always think he has a chance, even
Yeah.
though he never
Because
does.
Howard has hooked up before on that. Raj has too. Leonard is the only one we haven't. I guess he did hook up with Winkle. I guess Sheldon is the only one that hasn't
Yeah.
had an episode hook up yet.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think they were being unrealistic about that. And the other, that reminds me, because Leonard went over, like, oh, I won, I'm gonna go ask her out. And she's just like, no, thanks. And Howard same. I think one of the funniest moments for me was when Raj goes over to ask her, and she was like, oh, I hope you'd showed up. And he just, his drug wears off. He can't speak.
Medication wearing off.
Well, hi, cutie pie. I was hoping you'd show up.
It was so funny.
That was embarrassing.
And Penny was just like, oh, sweetie.
But he has had women without speaking before, so he should have just,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, they like a good listener, you know?
Yeah. We were talking about just how tall Missy appeared on screen. She was, I looked up her height. She's 5'9". And I was like, oh, she's tall, but not that tall. But then you look up Leonard's height. He's 5'5". Not to make fun of short people, but
Yeah.
wow, 5'5". And he thought he had a chance with this 5'9" girl.
Mm-hmm.
So Riley, how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". Would you date a 5'5"?
5'5" is like acceptable. If it gets much lower than that, it's getting a little sad. It's more about the character, more about their personality. It can compensate for a little shortness, but obviously taller is a bit preferred.
You ready for those DMs? Here they come. No, just kidding.
All the 5'5" guys.
All the 5'5".
Listen, people love to lie about that.
Well, as a 6'3", 6'3" and a half, I really have never experienced that before. So,
Yeah. It must be nice.
yeah, it is. It is.
So cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you look up to me, right? When you see me, do you?
Yeah,
look
like,
up-
oh, there he is. I mean, I thought it was okay that she was tall because Sheldon's pretty tall. Did you look
Yeah.
up his height?
Yeah, I did not look up his height. I did not look. I can't look up Kaylee. Kaylee is 5'6", and Leonard is 5'5". So I guess that's a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Jim Parsons is 6'1".
6'1". Okay.
So
I guess they did have her in heels, so maybe
Yeah.
to make her like more even
mhm.
in height with him. But Leonard is tiny. Wow.
Isn't Howard even shorter?
I didn't look up Howard either, but probably. So speaking of Howard and his cringe, he actually had a funny moment when he was doing the magic tricks.
Oh,
That was super cringe, but then he had the little sign that's like, "Are you sure?"
yeah. Yeah, Howard. I mean, Howard always wins the cringe. It's just like she's like, "No, I don't like magic," and he's like, "Well," and
If
just
it-
continues.
If it's funny cringe, it's okay, but when it's like cringe is when I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, he's funny. He's funny cringe, and he did have on a Flash belt buckle this episode that I noticed.
Yeah, he's had it a couple times. I like that one.
Really, he had a couple times.
I thought so.
No,
I
it's
feel
the
like I've
first
seen
time I
that one
saw
before.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe
I
not.
feel like it was the first time I saw that one.
Listen, I'm rewatching, so maybe I got confused.
Yeah. I don't personally have any, but I really liked Leonard's Superman underwear. They were cool.
You don't have any?
And he was like, but it has your little name tag.
Yeah. He's like, no, those are mine. Trying to be all cool.
Um,
What was he saying? He was saying something like, I use them to clean my spearfishing equipment or something. Come on, you don't look like you spearfished a day in your life.
wow, the lies you tell to impress
Yeah.
a girl.
What's the worst lie you've told to impress a girl?
Never had to.
Ah.
Actually, it'll probably be something like, oh yeah, I have a 3.8 GPA. Yeah, a long time ago. Oh yeah, my GPA, absolutely. But no, it wasn't. It was probably like 2.5. 2.57. Shout out
You're smarter than that.
Shout out Drexel University. I also wanted to mention the Shazam shirt that Sheldon was wearing. Not to be confused with the Flash. It was Shazam for all you purists out there like myself. It was a Shazam shirt.
Well, we've talked about Missy. We have to mention she was the guest star of this episode, played by Courtney Hengeler, I think is how you say the name. I don't know. I thought she did a pretty decent job. I actually didn't notice the difference in accents, but maybe I wasn't paying attention enough.
Yeah, and I have to shout her out for being in one of my favorite shows. She's the Cobra Kai. She's the Karate Kid's wife in Cobra Kai. So I love that show. And I didn't know it was her. So shout out.
Yeah, Cobra Kai's great.
Shout out to Courtney.
Great
Courtney.
show.
Like the
Good
dress too. The dress was great.
Yeah. So in this episode we had like a couple trivia points. So we meet Missy for the first time. Also, this is the only episode, according to Google, that has actually 2 titles. So it's called the Porkchop Indeterminacy, which is referring to when Howard says he would like kill his rabbi with a pork chop or something to be able to date Missy. But actually in other places it's called the Shiska Indeterminacy. I was like, I don't know why, but it's the only episode that has 2 titles, according to Big Bang Theory Wiki.
Awesome.
And also, there's a couple times where people are sitting in Sheldon's spot, which I thought was like weird in the episode. I noticed, because usually if other people are sitting in his spot on the couch, he like makes a point to like kick them out and stuff. So I was like, I don't know if that was like a little mess up or if it was just like chill. We'll see.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great. Never sit in his spot. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, that's his spot.
Never sit in his spot.
Yeah, so overall, I thought it was a great episode. We got 2 more left in season 1.
Good episode. I agree.
So I hope we end on a positive note here.
2 more left, right?
Yep.
Very excited to get to the season finale.
Is it a cliffhanger? So
is it a cliffhanger or is it?
You'll have to wait and see.
Okay. All right, I'll wait and see. Thanks.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, everyone. It's been fun. We'll see you next week for almost the season finale, pre-season finale.
Penultimate. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. See? 3.8 GPA girl.
All right. See you next time, guys.